Hey, welcome! Today, we're diving into something really interesting in the world of personal wellness. We're going to go way beyond just taking a daily multivitamin and look at a pretty revolutionary way to give your body exactly what it needs right when it needs it most.
Think about it for a second. We've got apps and watches to track our steps, our sleep, our workouts. We fine-tune our diets down to the last calorie. So why is it that when it comes to the actual vitamins and minerals that fuel our bodies, so many of us are still using a generic one-size-fits-all approach? It's a great question.
Okay, let's jump right in. Here's the plan for this explainer. First, we'll touch on this modern quest for wellness we're all on. Then, we'll get into a hidden issue I call the oral absorption problem. From there, we'll look at IV therapy as a direct solution. And then, the really cool part, how personalization makes it so powerful. And we'll wrap up by seeing how a formula can be designed just for you and your goals. All right, first up, the modern wellness quest. This is really all about this big shift away from generic advice. We're finally starting to treat our bodies like the unique systems they are.
The core idea here is actually pretty simple, but it's also incredibly profound. Your body is its own unique ecosystem. It's not like anyone else's. Your lifestyle, your stress levels, your genetics, they all create a very specific set of needs. So real, true vitality isn't about jumping on the latest trend. It's about listening to your body and giving it precisely what it's asking for.
And that brings us to the main event, the central issue, and honestly, it's a huge one, the oral absorption problem. This is this kind of hidden barrier in our own bodies that can stop us from getting the full benefit of the supplements we're so carefully taking.
So to really get this, we need to understand one key scientific term. It's called bioavailability. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just the amount of a nutrient that actually gets into your bloodstream where it can do some good. The key takeaway, when you swallow a pill, it is never, ever 100%.
And wow, when you see it laid out side by side like this, it's pretty eye-opening. With oral intake, swallowing a pill, it's got to survive the whole digestive system. The absorption rate, it's super variable, and a lot of times it's less than 50%. Plus, things like gut health, stress, even your age can mess with it. But look at the IV infusion side. It's a direct-to-bloodstream delivery. That means 100% absorption rate. It's fast, almost instant, and none of those other factors can get in the way. The difference is just huge.
So, if the digestive system is the barrier, what's the solution? Well, that leads us right to IV therapy. It's a direct route that just completely bypasses that barrier, which means you get maximum impact. And this slide right here, this is the mic drop moment, 100%. That is the bioavailability you get with IV therapy. Every single bit of those powerful nutrients gets delivered right to the cells that are crying out for them. There's no waste, no roadblocks, just pure, efficient delivery.
I love this metaphor. It really is like an express delivery service for your cells. You can think of it like this. Oral supplements are taking the winding, scenic route with traffic jams and detours. IV therapy, that's the high-speed bullet train, straight to your destination.
But, and this is important, not all IV therapy is the same. This is where we get to the next level, the incredible power of personalization, and why having a formula made just for you is a total game changer.
This chart just nails the distinction, doesn't it? A standard energy boost drip you might see advertised is based on what most people need. It's a preset formula. It's basically an educated guess. But a personalized drip, that's based on your goals, your lifestyle, your unique biochemistry. The formula is custom-made, so the whole approach goes from guesswork to being totally data-informed and goal-oriented.
And this quote just sums it all up. To get those really deep, lasting results, personalization isn't just a nice little add-on. It's an absolute necessity. I mean, sure, a standard energy drip might give you a little lift, but what if your fatigue is also tied to a magnesium deficiency? A personalized approach sees that and addresses it directly.
Okay, so let's get practical. Let's talk about your goals, your formula. How in the world is a custom IV drip actually designed for one specific person?
So, how's it done? Well, it breaks down into this really clear three-step process. Everything kicks off with a deep dive consultation to really understand you, your goals, your lifestyle, all of it. Then, based on that conversation, the precise ingredients are handpicked for your formula. And finally, that unique, personalized cocktail is put together and administered by trained medical pros. It's a really thorough process.
And these are just some of the awesome building blocks they can work with. You can see right away how certain ingredients are tied to specific goals. If you need to recover faster from a tough workout, magnesium and amino acids are your best friends. Looking for that laser focus at work? B-complex vitamins are what you're looking for. It's like a custom toolkit for your body.
Let's make this real with a few examples. So imagine an athlete. Their main goal is to recover faster and reduce inflammation. For them, a performance protocol would be packed with things like amino acids for muscle repair, magnesium to help with relaxation and prevent cramps, and B vitamins to supercharge their energy. The result? Less downtime, better performance. It's that targeted.
Okay, now picture a busy professional. Their goals are totally different, right? They're battling brain fog and need to be resilient to stress. So their executive edge formula would focus on B vitamins for mental clarity, taurine for cognitive function, and again, magnesium to help regulate the body's response to stress. We're talking about sharper focus in those big meetings and an easier time unwinding after a long day.
Or what about someone who's really focused on skin health and anti-aging? Well, their Radiance Revival drip would be built around the most powerful antioxidants. You'd see stuff like glutathione, which is known as the master detoxifier, plus vitamin C to ramp up collagen production, and zinc for skin repair. It's a true inside-out approach to getting that healthy glow.
And finally, one that's important for pretty much everyone, immunity. To build an immunity fortress, the formula would be loaded with high-dose vitamin C to support your white blood cells, zinc to help fight off invaders, and B vitamins to power up your body's defenses. This is all about feeling stronger during cold and flu season and bouncing back way faster if you do get sick.
All right, let's bring it all home and recap the big takeaways. First, taking supplements by mouth can be really inefficient because of low bioavailability. Second, IV therapy completely solves that problem by giving you 100% absorption. But the real magic, the secret sauce, is the personalization, tailoring the formula to your exact goals. And all of that together creates this incredibly targeted, efficient, and powerful path to feeling your best.
Which really just leaves us with one final question to think about. We know the future of wellness is personal. The only question left is, are you giving your body what it truly needs to not just survive, but to actually thrive?